Well, it is the 10th leading cause of death in Indiana, people in crisis and taking their own lives. Data from the Centers for Disease Control shows the number of Hoosiers needing help is up more than 30% over the last couple of decades. That number is also increasing nationally. 2 million people call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline every year. Tonight, a CBS4 Problem Solvers investigation uncovers the crisis facing that hotline. Here's Angela Brower.
A good friend of mine called me. She was having a really hard time, and she told me she had been thinking about killing herself.
That right there is Tracy Carter, a Hoosier that desperately called the Suicide Prevention Lifeline last year, hoping someone, anyone, could help her suicidal friend.
I'm talking to her. I'm saying, you know, please don't do this. She's crying. I'm trying to hold back tears.
But when the panic pair dialed the 800 number, they were unexpectedly put on hold.
While loud music played in our ear.
Carter says they waited for an operator for at least 20 minutes.
Because I just couldn't believe this was happening.
The Suicide Prevention Lifeline adamant that even though 85% of its calls are answered within 30 seconds, most within 75 seconds or less, some calls do slip through the cracks.
The reason? The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline has 150 crisis centers around the country, and they tell me nearly all of them, including the 5 here in Indiana. We have 2 in Indy, the others in Muncie, Gary, and Lafayette. Well, they're all short-staffed.
Yeah. Indiana's crisis centers overwhelmed.
That's the scariest thing, to think of somebody finally made that call and nobody was there.
Thank you for calling the crisis line.
And currently recruiting.
Oh, that sounds pretty overwhelming.
More people to man the phones.
We could easily use 40 more volunteers today.
I think we could always use more operators.
But we just can't even keep up with the call volume.
That call volume.
How long have you been feeling this way?
Increasing significantly every year.
What is the solution? How do we not put those people on hold anymore?
More resources for call center operators, for agencies like these.
The state is now getting involved. The Family and Social Services Administration trying to figure out how to better fund nonprofits so that suicide prevention is at the forefront. Indiana is also getting ready to launch a new prevention website.
There are people who care.
Tracy Carter's friend is doing okay, but both are now left hoping that something here in Indiana changes.
Well, I appreciate your courage.
And quickly.
You all need to hire more people. Please reach out and hire more people because seconds matter. Some people might not have a person like me to talk to, or, you know, to anybody to call.
The National Suicide Lifeline and those local crisis centers were appalled when I told them how long Tracy Carter and her friend were on hold for. They say it's possible there was just so many people calling at that exact moment. Now, if you call and you're put in that queue, the Lifeline says hang up and call back right away.
Angela, we've seen a lot of successful people have this problem. It's widespread. Celebrities really bring it home.
Yeah, and the really interesting thing that I learned while doing this story is the crisis centers said that anytime a celebrity commits suicide, Robin Williams, we had Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade, perfect examples over the last couple of years, their call volume spikes, and we are talking by 41%, sometimes even more.
So what should you do if you're having this issue right now?
Sure, great question. People can call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 273-8255. And right now on CBS4Indy.com and the CBS4 Indy News app, there's a full list of resources. There's websites you can visit, also a live chat.
All right, great story. Thank you, Angela.
Sure.
Now, tomorrow morning, we'll give you a unique perspective inside the suicide prevention line. An operator with Families First in Indianapolis will join us for a special Facebook Live to talk about the type of calls they receive and how they handle them. Everyone is welcome to join the conversation. You can take part on the CBS4 Indy Facebook page. It begins at 9 a.m.